Well, how did we all pull up this morning? A bit headachy?
Yeah, a few pints of pedigree.
Yes,
you know,
a bit slower than normal.
Okay.
Well, hello, I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Andrew.
And welcome to our channel, Travels with Rhonda and Andrew. And it's day 2 of our Cunard Queen Elizabeth cruise to Hobart, Tasmania. And I'm here with Andrew, Sue and Tony.
Hello.
Hey.
We hope you thoroughly enjoyed episode 1 of our Cunard Queen Elizabeth adventure.
I enjoyed it.
We certainly did.
Covering our first blissful and highly caloric day on board. If you thought that was entertaining, just you wait. Get ready for some truly hilarious onboard antics as we steam full speed ahead towards Tasmania via the infamous Bass Strait. Now, the strait is known for its character, and let's say we matched its energy. You absolutely positively won't want to miss some very questionable dancing. Seriously, we might need a disclaimer. And perhaps a few other surprises that even we didn't see coming. So buckle up for day 2. It's going to be a wild ride.
Good morning, cruise enthusiasts. If you thought day 1 was exciting, prepare yourselves because day 2 kicked off with a bang, or rather a thud from Tony hitting the gym. Yes, you heard that right. My very own Tony, bright and early, decided to hit the gym and tackle some aerobics. We suspect he was either working off yesterday's pasta or secretly training for an Olympic shuffleboard team. Either way, his dedication was admirable.
Having apparently regained his fitness levels and possibly a new appreciation for sweatbands, Tony then, of course, took over the mantle of leading another whirlwind tour around the ship and its various decks.
We made our way to the sports deck, specifically the sacred grounds of the lawn bowls court. Now, Andrew, with the confidence of a seasoned pro and perhaps a few too many pre-breakfast coffees, professed he was somewhat of an expert at this gentle sport. He confidently stepped up, put his skills to the test, and, well, his first bowl curved straight off the arena like it was trying to escape to sea. His second, bless its heart, did remain on the court. Progress. This shaky start was all the encouragement Rhonda needed. With a glint in her eye, she challenged Andrew to an actual game. Andrew, still basking in the glow of his one decent bowl, confidently accepted, dramatically removed his jacket, as all true sportsmen do, and proceeded to, shall we say, shank his next bowl with the precision of a blindfolded squirrel. Then came Rhonda's turn. With a quiet grace, she bowled a superb shot that hugged the arena and took the win with casual flair. The crowd, read us, went wild.
Not content with merely dominating lawn bowls, Rhonda then gave us a full-blown masterclass on how to expertly play croquet. It was truly a sight to behold, precision, strategy, and not a single rogue ball escaping the wickets. All in all, a fun morning's entertainment that proved 2 things. Tony is surprisingly agile, and Rhonda is secretly a sporting prodigy.
Yeah, so I thought I'd better try to counteract some of the calorie intake of the first day, and I went and checked out the gym. And it's a pretty good gym, actually. It's got all the usual machines, and they run some classes as well. I might check out the yoga or something down the track. But yeah, I did a little bit of a workout.
Yeah, very admirable.
Felt pretty good as a result.
Good for you.
Try and stay fit. For that dancing, it's coming up.
And of course, it was fun going up to the bowls, up the top doing the bowls and the croquet. That was a bit of fun.
You're a bit of a dark horse there. Hidden talent in your bowls ability. I didn't know you were so skilled.
And the croquet.
I think it was beginner's luck, I'm sure.
Yeah, it wasn't quite my expectation.
Yeah. Can't say the same for you, Andrew, sadly.
But everybody, you got to sit for the next section. It's can I say, funny.
Hilarious. Yeah.
As a certain member here is going to teach us all how to waltz.
We've nicknamed him Fred Astaire for the day.
Yes, a very important event loomed on the horizon. The Gala Ball was scheduled for this evening. And you know what that means, right? Fancy dresses, sparkly shoes and dancing. Now, our very own Tony, who had previously professed he knew absolutely nothing about waltzing, a claim we mostly believed given his usual moves, decided to take advantage of the ship's dance classes. These weren't just any classes, they were specifically for men to learn how to lead. A noble pursuit, indeed. After just one session, Tony's confidence soared faster than a seagull snatching a forgotten chip. Practice with a partner? No way. Tony felt so utterly prowess-filled that he boldly informed Sue he absolutely did not need to practice with her. We're fairly certain Sue just blinked.
However, a funny thing happened on the way to overconfidence. We later discovered that Tony, in a move of pure, unadulterated dedication, or perhaps sheer panic, did indeed slip in a secret practice session. His partner for this clandestine waltz rehearsal, none other than Andrew. Yes, imagine the scene. Two grown men, one attempting to lead, the other valiantly trying to follow, probably resulting in more giggles than graceful turns. Regardless of the training methods, we were all very much looking forward to the evening's ball. Will Tony glide across the dance floor like a seasoned pro?
Maybe.
Or will it be more like a lively but uncoordinated spectacle?
Probably.
You'll have to stay tuned to find out.
As the evening approached, the ship began to hum with a different kind of energy, the PreGala Buzz. We, of course, commenced the ritualistic act of dressing in all our finery. There was sparkling, there was preening, and there was definitely some strategic sucking in happening.
Once suitably dazzling, it was time for the essential pre-dinner cocktail. Our destination, the sophisticated Commodore Club, where we were promised a drink as dramatic as the evening itself. An exploding black Mai Tai, perfectly complementing the black and white gala theme. These concoctions looked delightfully mysterious, and let me tell you, the anticipation was building, especially with the grand expectation of Tony demonstrating his finest Fred Astaire impersonation later that night. We had our popcorn, metaphorically of course, ready.
After a mere second black Mai Tai, because one is never enough when you're feeling fancy, Tony naturally hogged the camera. He was absolutely in his element, posing in his very dapper black tuxedo like he was on the cover of Gentleman's Quarterly. We suspect he's been practicing those poses in the mirror all day.
Finally, stomachs rumbling and Mai Tais swirling, we made our grand descent to the Britannia restaurant for dinner. But not before a mandatory pit stop. We paused again for another photo shoot by the ship's official photographers. You know the drill. Stand here, smile there, try to look natural even though a flash just blinded you. All part of the gala experience.
So it was time to get ready for the ball. It was the big gala.
All our finery.
That's right. So we've got the adjoining rooms with the balcony that's kind of now linked.
Yep.
So we can actually share some wine while we're getting ready. And coincidentally, we brought a couple of very nice bottles on board.
And what wines did we bring on?
Well, there was a Pimpernel Chablis.
Oh, wasn't that
fantastic? And of course, a Medhurst Chardonnay.
And they're both from the Yarra Valley.
Spectacular, yeah. So we imbibed those while we were getting ready.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Lovely.
And on the balcony, how beautiful.
Absolutely.
And then up to the Commodore
that's
Club.
right. To have those magnificent Mai Tais.
They were spectacular. I've never seen those before.
I know.
Just so, different.
It was so unique, wasn't it? And you just go like that and poofs up in your face.
Very tasty.
They were lovely. Yeah, they were beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, now, will Tony's dance moves live up to the Mai Tai field hype?
Oh.
We'll have to stay tuned.
Okay, after our dazzling photo session, we finally made it to the main event, dinner in the magnificent Britannia dining room. And let me tell you, we lucked out. We snagged a table with a sea view, perched right at the very stern of the ship. Talk about a magnificent backdrop. Dining there felt like something out of a movie, complete with sparkling silverware, attentive staff, and the endless expanse of the ocean stretching out behind us. It was almost enough to distract us from the fact that we were about to consume another multi-course masterpiece. Almost. The food, naturally, was as impressive as the view, but we'll spare you the gastronomic details for now. Let's just say my Fred Astaire impersonations might be a little less graceful after this feast.
All right, tummy sufficiently and gloriously fed, we then made our eagerly anticipated pilgrimage to the Queen's Ballroom, which we had inspected earlier in the day to set the vibe. The air was thick with expectation, mostly ours, as we awaited Tony's grand entry onto the dance floor, fully prepared to witness him lead Sue in a sweeping and graceful waltz. After those dedicated dance lessons, he was practically Fred Astaire, right? Right? Well, folks, it seems that all those promises, all that confidence, and seemingly all those dance lessons were tragically forgotten, somewhere between the second Black Mai Tai and the main course. What transpired next? Well, words simply can't do it justice. All we can say is you absolutely must check out this video of his prowess. Because as they say,
Dancing prowess.
pictures, and this case, shaky phone footage, speak louder than words. Get ready for some unforgettable moves.
Needs now is not sweet love. It's the only thing that hurts to live.
You leading? Who's leading here? Who's leading here? Who's leading here? Okay, you ready? 1, 2.
Where are we going?
So after witnessing Tony's initial interpretive dance rendition of the waltz, we're pretty sure that by the end of it, he was starting to get the hang of it. Maybe? And just when we thought Tony might finally achieve full Fred Astaire status, or at least avoid tripping over his own feet again, Cunard, bless their hearts, decided to show us how it's really done. The ship's professional dancers took to the floor, delivering a magnificent display of a Viennese waltz. It was truly a sight to behold, graceful, sweeping, and thankfully devoid of any accidental shanking. We all watched, probably a little humbled and definitely inspired.
Well, Tony, I think if you had just had one more dance lesson, I think you would have been right up there with them.
Look, I don't think the lessons were the problem. I think I was great in the lessons. When I was by myself, no problem, you know. But I think it was the pressure on the night.
Of course.
Under the lights,
Yes.
with all the people watching.
And everyone looking at
and
you.
I just couldn't.
Crumbled
couldn't
under the
take it.
pressure.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But that doesn't mean I'll come back. I'll try again.
Get back
Next
on that
cruise,
horse.
I will take some more lessons, and we'll get to Fred Astaire level one day.
Perfect.
After that mesmerising demonstration, what did we do? We, of course, hit the dance floor again, and as predicted, we swiftly resorted to some very questionable, basic and entirely improvised dance moves while the fantastic resident big band played on. There were shuffles, there were spins, mostly accidental, and there was certainly a lot of uncoordinated enthusiasm. But you know what? It was such a fun evening because when you're on a cruise, sometimes the best dance moves are the ones that make you laugh the hardest.
As the last strains of the big band faded and our questionable dance moves had sufficiently impressed, or perhaps bewildered, the other guests, it was time to officially conclude day 2 of our Cunard Queen Elizabeth adventure. And how does one properly cap off a night of glamour, delicious food and a healthy dose of public embarrassment on the dance floor? Well, with a final joyful flourish, we made another strategic visit to the Commodore Club. Because let's be honest, those exploding black Mai Tais were calling our names. And after a delightful, if slightly hazy final round of cocktails, it was time for the grand finale, a happy alcoholic-induced frolic down the corridor, swaying gently, humming off in an off-key tune, and definitely ready for our luxurious cabins to embrace us towards slumberland. What a night.
Going to be close.
Is why all the ones in this world follow you all around. Just like me, they belong to me. Come on,
You're going to disturb the neighbours.
Well, that was the end of day 2 of this magnificent cruise that we're on. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Fantastic.
What a
Yeah,
night.
Really good.
It was really nice, the gala, getting dressed up, seeing everyone. I think 90% of the people, the passengers, were all dressed up in their finery. It was really nice to see.
It is, isn't it? To see everyone makes that effort. It's
That's
lovely.
right.
Yeah, and the restaurant, the Britannia restaurant, was fantastic. And
How
the
good
table
was
we
that?
had right at the aft of the ship, looking back over the wake and the horizon.
Yep.
We had a great table.
Oh,
and
best seat in the house.
great food.
Definitely
Really
was, for
good.
sure.
Enjoyed that.
Now, so tomorrow we're docking in Hobart,
Yes, Hobart.
which will be fantastic.
And we're catching up with some family.
Yes.
And what are we doing in Hobart, Tony?
Oh, well, we're going to catch a few wineries, I think. Russ is going to take us to a couple of wineries, and one of them, I think, is an award-winning winery.
Australia's Winery of the Year award.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
well, there you go. So
Oh, that'll be fantastic.
stay tuned for that.
You really won't want to miss that
Yes.
because that is fantastic spot.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So everybody, have a great time. Meantime, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.